What's going on, YouTube? Team 12 is back again, and this is a very special video because Attack on Titan, the anime, is returned. I'm shocked. Yeah.
I thought it never happened.
I didn't think it was gonna happen. There was a long time there.
I
Very nervous.
legitimately was like, not gonna happen.
So, yeah, I guess let's pick back up where we left off. Over
Yeah.
a year, 2 years ago, yeah. Anyways, episode 26, titled The Beast Titan.
Yeah. So, I mean, I love that it has to start out with the episode with a total recap of where we were since last time, because it's been like 10 billion years since they last released one.
Yep. Now, Gobb and I are caught up with the manga. That's probably coming out in like 3 days from now.
Full disclaimer, try not to do any spoilers, and I think we have it down, but always a chance.
Yeah, well, if we have anything important we want to say, we'll have a little concluding segment at the end, probably saying, all right, spoilers are going to happen now, so we'll give you about 5
But for the
seconds.
time being, I think you should be good.
Right. All right, so Gobb, what happened right away, right after the previews are over? We got the female Titan wrapped up.
Titans in the wall.
Yep.
Titans in the wall. What?
Very strange.
What?
Very strange. I was.
This was one of the best reveals. I was like, did not see that coming.
Yeah, these cliffhangers they left us with were pretty interesting. You know, we captured one of the enemy Titans, and we figured out that there's Titans in the wall.
How did they get there? Like, what was the whole process? This was a hell of a cliffhanger.
Yes, I remember. I watched the anime and then I started reading the manga. I remember thinking, what happens now? Like, why are there Titans in the wall?
I just, again, didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
So then you go from that right into the epic opening song, which is, this series has one of the best opening song, lists. It is always so epic, so cool. It takes you into the episode so quickly. I love it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could think of multiple times during the episode where I wanted to compliment the animation, the sounds, and look at this image right now. Like, the detail is so perfect and it can be so creepy at times, and it just really is standalone.
Yeah, I was actually watching with two kids who had no real background in it. And they were like, what are those Titans? Why do they look that way? Like, what is going on? It was creepy.
Yeah,
it was creepy.
It's really creepy.
So then, yeah, you end the titles, you get back into the show, and you have Hange holding Pastor Nick right off the edge like, don't think I won't do this. Your life does not matter to me.
Yeah, again, the animation was awesome. You see him held over the wall, and it's just like, she is not messing around right now. Like, they want answers.
And his response to the whole thing was great.
Yes. We're at the point where everyone is alarmed and they know something's going on, and there is so much that's going to happen. But let's move on.
Yeah. So Nick doesn't crack, so Hange's like, okay, whatever, I'm good, whatever, it's funny. And then action begins. What's next?
Right away. We're sitting, well, something happened with Titans. What happened?
Looks like Walrose is not doing so well.
There was a breach.
There was a breach. And you get that, and then 12 hours in the past.
Right, so now we're bouncing around. We're always wondering how are they going to adapt the manga to the show, and here they're doing some flashbacks, and I was like, interesting, loved it.
And yeah, and I like how they use time. How time is just like their storytelling, like the way they do their narrative is great. The way they build it, kind of giving you a little bit of information and taking you back and kind of taking you to how you got there.
Right, so we see most of the 104th Division sitting in the that little what do we call it?
That little building, the or outpost that's just kind of there.
No one's in their gear. They're just sitting there bored. Let's go explore. I'd be saying the same thing. I mean, I'd be probably a little more scared of Titans, but
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even be there in the first place. Let's be honest here, but
You know,
Good for them.
and then, you know, as every story in this series goes, it gets a little messed up.
Pretty quickly.
They start hearing footsteps. You know, the other.
Well, it's what Sasha puts her head down. She's like, oh, whoa, there are some Titans.
Yeah, so we get the actual guys on guard jumping up, and they're like, guys, you don't have time to put your gear on. Like, we got to evacuate. Get on the horses. You know, I was starting to freak out a little. You get the Titans coming in. That was the first moment of creepiness again, for me at least.
Mm-hmm.
You see them running out, like, just the movements. It's so creepy.
Especially right when they started running, you were like, oh, that doesn't look good. That's going to end badly. Ooh.
You know, when you're in 26 chapters into the manga, it's like, oh, this is kind of, you know, the animation's not the best, but it's still creepy. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like, look at the Beast Titan right here. God.
Oh, I mean, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And, like, just all the features were perfect. Never have I really felt that from the jump of an anime they've done the manga justice, and this one absolutely has.
Right, yeah. I mean, so everyone gets on the horses and they're all running their different ways, you know.
Yeah, what Connie, Irwin, and Bertolt are going to go south, which I don't think is going to end well. I mean, that's where the Titans are coming from, so not perfect, but
you know, Connie wants to follow up with his village. It's you know, it was interesting to get that backstory too. You know, when he was bringing it up when they were all in the house gearless, he's like, I want to see my hometown. So it's not looking good for him. You know, so they run back, and actually Mike says, you know, you guys keep going. I'm gonna go hold off the Titans.
And that opening, I love the anticipation to a fight in this show where you see him, like, going through the woods, like, skiing right through it, like, going up, taking the sword, slicing. Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, I loved it. It brings you right back to those, like, first couple episodes of Attack on Titan. It's like, so this is what Attack on Titan is. I get it. This is badass.
And he is real good at what he does.
Right, yeah. You know, you learn more about him. He's the second strongest in the whole survey corps.
It's Levi and him.
Right. So
and you can tell why.
Yeah.
He goes after those Titans with no real abilities to go after. He just kind of works through the Titans and kills them.
Yeah, and you know, it seems as if he's got everything under control, and then he notices a very strange looking Titan. This guy right here.
The Beast Titan.
This is the Beast Titan. Even if you've only watched the anime, I'm sure you've either seen him online or you've heard about him.
Or, I mean, the name of the episode is Beast Titan.
Yeah, it
and
spoils it a little.
You have that guy there, Beast Titan there.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to put it together.
This is one of my favorite shots of the eyeball, but we'll get into that.
Oh, when he was like, yeah, I told you to stop.
Shut the hell up.
So, I mean, he shows that he's, you know, not particularly on anyone's side. He doesn't have much love for the Titans.
Right.
And he clearly, like, I mean, he kills the horse. He kills Mike, like, or actually, he doesn't kill Mike. He's like, okay, let's interrogate him a little bit, talk to him. And Mike was like, okay, this can't be good. A Titan who is, like, clearly intelligent and can talk? Ooh.
Yeah, you got to look at this and say, you know, at first he comes off as weird. He takes out the horse, you know. He understands. He's intelligent. He's thinking like a human. So now you got to think, if he's not on the Titan side and he's not on the human side, where is he?
That's not good.
Right. Whose side is he on? Where is he bringing this stuff to? Why he wants to learn more, and clearly they don't know anything about the people behind the walls.
No, I mean, this is clearly going to be a huge wild card.
Yes.
Because the Titans sort of listen to him.
Yeah.
Not totally, but sort of.
I you know, in my perspective, they were just as scared of him as the humans are of the Titans.
Oh, absolutely. They were standing there like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
And even like
so
after
creepy.
he started walking away, they still didn't move. They were like, no, we're good.
Yeah, it was. This is a big wild card. You said it perfectly, and you know, was there anything else we're missing in this episode?
No, I think it just ends with they have to remind you this show is not for little kids.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, you guys can move again, and Mike who was about to attack him was like, oh no, tries to run, and boop.
Yeah, I mean, he said you lose once you give up the fight. Obviously, he went out like a badass. You know he's number 2 in the Survey Corps. You know he's...
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't have his 3D maneuvering device because the Beast Titan took it, which is terrifying that he... So that guy clearly has to be an abnormal Titan. Clearly is a dude inside of there. And clearly he's going to be using that maneuvering device because, like, look how carefully he's holding it. Like,
right.
I love that there can be people within the Titans because that just adds so many different levels to what this could be.
Exactly, changes everything. It adds so many more options. Like, we know Annie was a Titan. Are there other people around her? But I figure, wouldn't someone else help her if she was in trouble? Or it's not worth giving up the secret? I don't know. But, you know...
I mean, because I think in the end, Eren is it has to be the most important of all of them.
Right, of course. Main character.
Yeah. So, yeah. Was there anything else, Nimbus, that you think...
Yeah, I don't even really need to jump into spoilers. I think you just take these one episode at a time and really you got to cherish
enjoy them.
You got to enjoy the artwork. You never know how long this is going to go for. The manga is still ongoing, so there's no end there yet. We imagine it is going to wrap up soon, but I'm going to rewatch this episode, right? I'm excited again. I'm going to rewatch it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Want to watch together?
Okay. Well, so then I think that is just about all. Good job today. If you guys like the video, please click like down below. Subscribe if you want to see more content. And if you have any comments, questions, did we do anything wrong? Did we do anything right? Let us know in the comment section below.
We're always open for suggestions too. We'll have a follow-up Attack on Titan video later this week.
Oh, absolutely. So I think that's about it. So I guess all that's left is Team 12 out.
Team 12 out.